Hey everyone, this is Chris and Sandy from the Customized Ride, where we spotlight people and cars behind the scene. And today we got a great show for you. Who do we have?
We have Mike Murray, and he's from Eastbound Getdown Car Show, which is going to be held in Ormond Beach, Florida at the Designation Daytona Complex, January 12th through the 14th.
And we're excited to see what his show's all about.
We're going, yeah.
Yep, and to see how he got started and just see where this goes. So welcome to the show.
Welcome.
Hey, I'm glad to be here. I appreciate you guys reaching out and let me be a part of this. This is exciting.
Yeah, it's been, we've done a lot of interviews on another show, so we're kind of new to doing it with the Customized Ride. So I almost accidentally said our other show because I'm so used to it. Yeah. I see something pop up here on this one. It's like, I guess remove that. I guess the Instagram part one didn't work. So see.
Yeah.
But hey, the other two did, and we're live, so people can.
Hey.
That's one thing about live, you just never know what's going to happen, but I'm the type person that I don't want to record and then edit. I'd rather, let's just keep it raw.
Yeah. I think that's the only way to do it.
So tell us, as we get started here, a little bit about your show.
All right. Well, hey, I think you guys had already said it. It's Eastbound Getdown. We're going to be over here at Destination Daytona in beautiful Ormond Beach, Florida. And I know you guys are up in Georgia, so welcome to the Sunshine State. And so we definitely look forward to having you guys down there. But I mean, for example, like I was telling you a little bit earlier, and we are a car, truck, and bike show. And we also have the audio show, a part of our show as well. We keep them separated so the audio guys can get out there and they can do their thing. Because, hey, there's not very many places they can go and they can listen to their music and be able to do their thing. And then we also have a DJ on our side of the show that, spotlights all of our vendors and all of the attendees and our sponsors, of course. And he plays music. So we also want to be able to have a show where you can hear his music and hear his announcements. And so like I said, keep them separated, but at the same time, we all love the same thing. We all love the cars. Me and my partner, John, we started with the music. So that was our first love.
Oh, wow.
And then we got into more of the custom trucks. And it was less about the music than about, now it's more about the vehicles and customizing our cars. So, I mean, I have a vehicle that I have. It's called a mini truck, and it's bagged, body dropped on 19.
Oh, wow.
It's yellow, and you'll be able to see it there at the show. It's shaved, everything. The interior is all done. Everything's good on it. My partner, he's got a little bit of money with him, but he's got a brand new Escalade that's bagged and body dropped on 30s, and it's this is going to be his first show that it's going to be completely done. So we're excited for him to.
The question is it really completely done, or is it just done for now?
It will definitely be completely done, because by the time he does get it to the show, he's like, I'm never putting it back in a shop again. He's like, I'm done with it. So it's actually going to be in one of our sponsors' booth. AccuWear Suspension is one of our sponsors of the show. And of course, our title sponsor is Big Jeff Audio. And he's our presenting sponsor this year. But we're going to have about 50 vendors at the show this year. And we're going to have the Friday night, we're going to have the cornhole tournament. And right there on property. What's kind of cool about our venue is it's there at Destination Daytona, which Destination Daytona is the world's largest Harley Davidson dealership.
Oh, okay.
And so the show is actually there. We have the hotel right on property. We have restaurants right on property. And we have the Saints and Sinners Bar and Grill right there on property. So that Friday night on property, the pre-party is going to happen, where we'll have the DJ there. We'll have a cornhole tournament, and it's all right there on property. So as long as you're staying on property, you don't have to leave. So that's one of the good things that we really like about the location and the venue there for our show.
Yeah, we're staying, I guess, a couple miles from it.
Yeah, not too far.
Still in Ormond Beach.
Yes.
Yeah, I think you're at the Hampton Inn, if I'm not mistaken.
What is that?
No, it's the Mariner.
Mariner.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because I know that. Well, the Hampton Inn was our other host hotel, and I didn't know if you had gotten there or not, because I do know it's sold out now too. So.
I think we already I think we booked before I even messaged you about the show and all that. Because usually once because we got 2 kids and all that, so we have to have certain type of rooms and all that.
Oh, absolutely.
So it's like we need the suite, with the pull-out bed. So we always look, and she's good at finding great rates, because it's like, this week it'll be this price, and if a week from now she finds a better rate, guess what? We because we never pay up front. So we're able to, well, let's book that one and then and then change it all up.
Oh, I don't blame you. Save that money.
Yeah.
Yes.
We see you, Jim.
Oh yeah, good old Jim's gonna be there.
Awesome.
I don't know. Have you met Jim yet?
Yeah. Well,
okay.
I've been Facebook friends with him for a little while, and then we met at Slam Fest.
Oh, okay, perfect. Nope, he's a good guy. And actually, there's my DJ right there, DJ Mays. He'll be DJing the pre-party at the Saints and Center. That's pretty cool. Wow. See, I didn't know about all this. I didn't know that they could come on and say that.
That's another reason why I like it live, is because when you got people that are commenting, you can bring them up. And now, granted, you got to be careful of that too, because you can have people that are trolls, and so you got to kind of read before you.
Yes.
Oh, absolutely. I know all about those trolls. The trolls are going crazy on our event pages right now. Believe me.
Oh wow.
And the bad thing too is on some of the car shows, I've noticed that the trolls have been creating their own car show pages and trying to get people to say this is the actual one to scam them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, that's not good.
I had a guy today actually that emailed us, and he's like, "Please call me." And so my wife actually returned the phone call, and he basically went on to tell my wife that these people had told him that he needed to pay $50 today and cash app him $50. Otherwise, his registration was no good. And I'm just like, it's unbelievable that these guys go out of the way to do what they do. But hey, it's the world we live in. It's the world we live in.
Now, speaking of the negative side of stuff, let's go there about the car shows. A lot of people, they see what you do. They see the glory behind it. They think that, you're living on this top of this world because you run this great big car show. So tell us a little bit about the other side that people don't see, because I always find that interesting, is you can always learn a lot about what it takes behind the scenes.
Well, it's really funny because everybody thinks that they can throw a car show. That's the funny part. Everybody wants to throw a car show. Everybody thinks they can throw a car show until it's time to throw a car show or put on a car show.
Yeah.
As my partner tells me, because you ain't throwing nothing, you're putting on a car show. But as you had seen DJ Mays, he's one of my really good buddies. He actually puts on a show in St. Louis, and he's also our DJ. Real good friend of mine, and he helps out a lot throughout the year. From social media, from the internet stuff, the websites, the whole 9 yards. But like I told you earlier, it wouldn't be possible because it's really another full-time job. Because I have my full-time job, I have another business, and without the wife and the second wife, my partner's wife, to help, because like especially this week is show week, and all day today it's been emails, questions, Facebook Messenger. Talking about armbands and how much it is for my kids and how much just constant. Yeah. All the information is right there on the event page. It's right there on the flyer. Yeah. Nobody reads anything, but that's okay. That's why we're here for. And that's why I tell people all the time is the easy part is when the show happens. Because I get to walk around and hug, shake hands and kiss babies. And that's the fun part. But leading up to it that's where, you got to get everything prepared. You got to get everything ready, and you just got to check check that list once, check it twice, make sure you got everything. Because I'm down here in Naples, so I'm still 5.5 to 6 hour trip to get up to Destination Daytona. So we got to make sure we got everything before we head up that way. So it is a little bit of a drive for us, but at the same time, like I said earlier, we love the venue. The venue is right off of 95. So when you're on 95, you can see it from 95. You can see the car show right there. Everything is right there, and I'm getting off track here. But at the same time, it's just trying to find the sponsors, trying to find the right people to put in the right places to help you promote the show and to help you get the show off the ground and going. That really, to me, is one of the toughest parts. And to help pay for, especially when you have a venue that is, it's a beautiful venue, but it definitely is a costly venue. And so you got to have those people, and you got to make sure you have the vehicles and you have the spectators to be able to pay for it all.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're coming out of your pocket. It's a lot of work. It really is. And it's a year round thing. It's not just something that you can just all of a sudden, hey, I'm going to put on a show, and a month later. It's a year round thing. You got to keep promoting it. I mean, you got to get hats made. You got to get, you got to do all kinds of stuff, stickers, hats, flyers, you name it. There's so many people that you need to know, and you need to have resource wise to help you get you to where you need to be.
It's a team effort.
Oh, it's a total team effort. There's not one person that can go out there and say, you got to have a face. Now, my face isn't very pretty, but you got to have a face of every car show. But at the same time, you have to have a team behind you to be able to have a successful car show. And so really, in all honesty, the week of is probably the toughest week of all, just to get ready to be able to do it. But because like I tell my wife and my partner's wife, Shannon and Kim, I was like, you guys got the hardest job of it all, because those guys were there at registration and getting those cars registered, getting all the right information, making sure that all the information is ready for the judges. So when the judges go around and they do the judging of the vehicles, that all the information they have is the correct information. So because that's the second hardest job, is the judging.
Oh, wow.
And so, like I tell them, I got the easy job.
Yeah, because you got to see every. You got to see every
here talking to the custom ride. This is the easy stuff, But it's just like I said, just getting the sponsors and just getting all the right people, and then you got to have a great staff when you get to the show. So putting the staff together that can help you while you're there at the show, be able to put on a good show for everybody that comes out and supports you. And so there's a lot of phases that go to it, into putting on a show. And ours isn't even as big as some of these other shows that we got friends all over the United States that, I don't know if you guys have been to LST. You said something about Scraping the Coast earlier. The Millers, they put on Scraping the Coast, and that show is huge. I've known those guys forever.
I think they had I think it was 1,300 or 1,500 this last year.
Yeah. I mean, I've been there where we go there every year, and we vend at that show every year. And it's one of our favorite shows. It's right there on the beach. It's just, we love going to Biloxi every single year.
Yeah, that was our first time ever to Biloxi.
Yep. So we love going over there, and we're there every year.
Now the biggest show we ever been to, we just went to the Daytona Turkey Run.
Oh, Turkey Rod Run. Yep. You know what though? Y'all can sit here and call it a show, but that's really not a show. But hey, that's all right. That's all right.
It's 7,000 cars. So
it's no. I'm just saying, as far as like a show, it's not really a show. It's more of a cruise and hangout type thing. But at the same time, no, that is enormous. That is a really good time, and they've been doing it for a long time too. So it's one of those things that I know friends that they go every year for the whole week of Thanksgiving, and they're there for the whole week. They come in on Wednesday and they don't leave till Monday.
Yeah, we came in on Tuesday and left Sunday.
Oh, there you go. See, that's fun. And so you're there for Thanksgiving, and they have their Thanksgiving and the whole family's there, and that's every year they do the same thing. And that, to me, that is an event that people look forward to every single year, and they go every single year. Because of the magnitude of that, the amount of people that it brings in, and the amount of vehicles that it brings there. And just, you don't even really have to go into the show. The whole city is overtaken, by all these different cars.
Especially the Pigeon Forge Rod Run. That, because we went to Rod Run and Pigeon Forge too. And the big difference we've seen in the Daytona Rod Run has 7,000 cars at the show. And then you had everything around it, of course. Pigeon Forge Rod Run, it's only like 300 cars. But you had the whole cruising atmosphere that's where everybody come for.
Yes, exactly. And we have some good friends that do another show up there, right there it's in Sevierville, Tennessee. And they do a show up there, and the cruising up there. So it's awesome. And I love going up to Gatlinburg
because we covered both the Rod Run and the Smoky Mountain Truck Fest.
Truck Fest. Yep. Well, I was up there for the Spark show. My buddy Adam Tripp and Dizzy, they put on that show up there. And but like you said, the whole cruising up there, it is awesome. It's a beautiful time. And we're up there in August. It's always the second weekend of August. Oh, and wow. that show is just that whole area is beautiful up there. So
now our first traveling show that we did last year, and I didn't realize how big it really was we went to Run to the Sun in Myrtle Beach.
Oh yes, absolutely.
And that was our very first time leaving Savannah to go cover a show. And I tell you what, even though not the size of Daytona one, still 3,200 cars. I was about to die because it was hot and everything.
Well, I don't want you to be disappointed because you're not going to get 3,200 cars at Eastbound Getdown, okay? Because we can only hold, I think our total last year was 689 between the stereo and the car show.
That's about. I figured probably about 500 was what I probably.
Figured. Hey, we got a different type of car trucks at ours too. Yeah. We have more of the low riders. We have more of the mini trucks. It was basically like you guys said, you went to Slamfest, and so you're going to have that same style vehicles there at Eastbound Getdown.
That's kind of what I thought.
Yep. And so we're going to have the same style as vehicles that you had there that we're going to have at Eastbound Getdown, and of course. And our buddy DJ Mays is also the DJ at Scraping the Coast. And,
wow. Okay.
And it is a little warm out there. So yes, we actually are inside. We tell everybody, me and my partner, we also have a podcast as well. And we also have a clothing line that we sell merchandise and whatnot. So we go and we set up inside at Scraping the Coast. Because it's way too hot to be outside. So
that's like me and my boy. We were out there Scraping the Coast, and we're like drenched. And like, well, let's go inside. They're cool. My goal was we'll cover just enough inside. We don't cover everything, so that way we can go outside, do what we need to do, and then when we get too hot, we go back in, do a little bit more, and then we go and keep going. It was hot.
Now, when you say you cover, are you on YouTube doing videos? Are you doing live stuff? Are you taking videos, taking pictures?
I haven't done a whole lot of lives at events. I need to do more of that. But I video about 200 to 300 cars.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I because I do a lot of short form videos. That's where I've gotten 70 million views from.
Yep.
So I do a lot of short form. So what I like about the 500 plus size car shows, I can pick and choose which ones to do, because like you can't cover every car. So I cover what I can cover, but I video, I don't do a lot of photographs. I do mostly video because that's what we do.
Video is where it's at.
Yep. I take a picture of every car, but again, the video is where I do.
Yes. Now, when you do your videos, how long are your videos?
Well, when I upload them for shorts, they're 15, 20 seconds.
Oh, okay. No, and that's perfect because nowadays the attention span of everybody is 15, 20 seconds.
When I make a regular video for YouTube, when I throw it all together, compile it, I try to make it somewhere between 5 and 10 minutes.
Okay.
Because what I've learned is, and I probably could take it closer to 10, because I've even done a survey through my audience, but I've done surveys out there of how long will you watch car stuff, and the average number was between 10 and 15 minutes.
Oh wow!
Nobody said over 20. Everybody that I put, if I put the option of 20 or over, 0 people put that. 10 to 20, it was like 60% put that. 5 to 10, it was about 30% of people put that, and then about 10% of people put 5. I think the under 5.
Yeah. No, and that is the attention span is, like you said, those 15, 20 second videos. I see why you get the 70 million hits because hey, they're all scrolling. They're all scrolling.
And you got to get their attention. So it's like, if you have again, that's why shorts and reels, especially Instagram reels, that's, YouTube shorts I've gotten good bit of with, but it's never really taken off. I've gotten zero viralness on there. But reels, especially, I think I've gotten on Facebook reels 5 videos that hit 1 million views each. YouTube, I mean not YouTube, but TikTok, I've had 3 hit that, but on Instagram, I've had about 12.
Gotcha.
And I'm posting all, I post 3 to 5 every day, every channel.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Hey,
it's a full-time job.
It is.
It's like throwing a car show.
It's like I spend my weekends at local car meets and all that, getting content, or if we're out of town traveling. So my weekends are filled with getting the content. Through the week, I'm always creating.
Okay. So now, is this your full-time job now?
I wish it will be.
It will be.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
So you still have a full-time job then?
Well, right now we deliver for like DoorDash and Uber Eats and all that.
Oh, okay. Okay.
We still don't have like a job. We just we do side stuff still to try to stay afloat enough to get the whole brand off the ground.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Hey,
and for a while we were actually getting really close with Facebook, but I don't know what Facebook did. We were averaging 10 million views every month, and 10 million views, you're doing pretty good financially with Facebook Reels. And all of a sudden it just went nothing. It went from 10 million to 150,000 plus a month.
That's because you wasn't paying Facebook. That's why.
and it's like, and it sucks and all that, because it's like, man, you're trying to help them and help me. It's like, well, come on now, they were pushing all this out strong, and I'm like, it's gotten harder and harder, and I don't know what's happened, but all of a sudden some on Facebook starting to move a little bit again. Now, someone I talked to within the creator world said that every year, and this might be why mine dropped, but said every year when the closer you get to Christmas, the more brands will spend all that money on Facebook. And of course, they're going to push those out, not yours.
Yes. Hey, it makes sense.
And they said that once you get into January and February, and especially into spring, then numbers start going back up.
Well, hey, there's a lot of people out there a lot smarter than I am. So that sounds pretty damn good to me.
So I hope they're right.
So now, when are you guys coming into Ormond Beach?
We're coming up Thursday.
Oh, you're coming up Thursday. Oh, okay. So you guys are coming.
That's actually our son's birthday. Yeah.
Oh,
so
wow.
We're kind of going early.
He'll be 12.
Celebrate his birthday.
12 years old. That is awesome.
Go get him.
I'll go get him. He wants to pop in and ask a couple questions.
Absolutely. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Now, so do you guys have a car show? Or do you guys have a vehicle that you guys take to car shows?
Not yet. I've got a 96 4Runner that I'd like to do something to.
Oh, okay.
In fact, I've got Facebook friends and this vehicle has moved through like 4 hands in the last year. And there was a really cool at Battle in Bama 4Runner, yellow 4Runner that's bagged and all that.
Yep.
Be beautiful. And I'm like, that gave me ideas. I was like, that's what I want to do right there.
Okay. Well, that's where my next question was going, is where are you going to go with this 4Runner? Are you going to slam it or are you going to lift it?
I'd rather slam it, as long as we got bags. As we got.
At Eastbound, we are definitely going to have plenty of lifted guys. We're going to have plenty of lowered guys. We're going to have the loud guys. We're going to have the quiet guy. We're going to have all kinds of good stuff over there for you at Eastbound. What's up, big guy? How you doing?
Hey, doing good. Hi, Mike. So what's your first car?
What's my first car? My first mini truck or my first vehicle that I ever had?
Either.
Well, let's talk about my mini truck, because we don't want to talk about my 1990 Pinto that I had to drive around because my mom wasn't going to buy me a car. We won't talk about that one, because when I started out as a mini trucker in the mini truck world, I had a 1996 S10. Me and my wife, actually, at the time was only my girlfriend, because I didn't even know how to drive stick. She got the truck and then we started customizing the truck together. So, and like I told you earlier, we actually started in the audio world before we got into the the mini trucks, and then the mini truck stuff. So we started out with our first build for audio was we had 3 JL Audio 10s with precision power, and man, it thing was awesome. It was great, but it was never loud enough. So then we went from the 3 10s to 6 15s in the back of this S10 extended cab, and so that pretty much got it all started for us. Was
now, the loudest that he sat in was there was a vehicle in Jacksonville. I think he hit 170 on the meter. Ooh. And he had it would fool you because he had like 912s where you could see them. Mm-hmm. But behind it where you couldn't see was 618s.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah.
And so and he had, it was either it was right at 170 that he hit on the meter that weekend that we were there.
Nice. Well, when you guys come out to Eastbound, make sure you go stop by and check out Big Jeff over there because he's our presenting sponsor. He's going to be set up out in the audio section, and you make sure that you go there and you get the gold chain from him, you get the glasses from him, and you go and you get all the swag from him because he gives that stuff away to everybody that comes up there, and then you check out all his demos that he's going to have there because he's going to have plenty of
because he's got his headphones ready. So we've learned for him to have some headphones.
Absolutely,
cover those
absolutely.
Ears.
So, what kind of vehicle are you wanting to get when you're old enough to drive? What do you want your first vehicle to be?
A Corvette.
Oh, a Corvette. Okay, well, you're not going to fit very much audio in a Corvette.
He wants the Pro Street Corvettes.
Oh, okay.
So, ever since we've been going to some of the rod runs and all that. Yep. He's like, I want the big engines.
Yeah. Hey, I don't blame you. I don't blame you for that either. I can't blame you for that.
And we don't have room right now, but in a couple of years when we get another place when we move, there's right down the road. There's a house that's got a yellow old Corvette just sitting there, and it's got stuff all over it. And I'm like, I wonder if it's good enough shape to do something too, because I bet since it's just been sitting there for years, you might could pick it up for almost nothing.
Absolutely. So I hear you got a birthday coming up too.
Yeah.
All right. How old are you going to be?
12.
12 years old. Man, I remember when I was 12. Golly, that seems like decades ago.
And he's like tall as his mommy and almost tall as me.
Oh, hey. What do they feed these kids nowadays? So you excited to come down to Eastbound?
Yeah.
You got some more questions for me?
Oh yeah. What's your favorite car?
Oh well, my favorite car is my car. I mean, come on. You said a yellow Corvette, right?
Yeah.
Okay, because actually my favorite car that I've always wanted was a canary yellow Corvette.
Oh wow.
Okay. But when I got my mini truck that I have right now, when you come to the show, you're definitely going to notice which one mine is because mine is a bright as hell yellow. That's the name of the color. It's called Bright as Hell. And so you'll know exactly which one mine is. It'll be parked right up front there, and you'll definitely notice it. It's bright as hell. So my favorite truck is my Mazda.
One of my buddies, he said you need to put 615s in that Ford.
Oh, there you go. You got a Ford too?
No, I wonder if he was thinking I said Ford for when I said 4Runner. He might have been.
Okay, yeah, I was about to say. I thought you said a 4Runner. But you can stick some 15s in that 4Runner too.
What I'd probably want to do with it is I don't want to go too overboard right now with that one. I might do like 412s.
Okay.
In this day and time, you can get a lot out of 412s.
You can get a lot out of a 10 too. I mean, come on.
That's true.
All right, birthday boy. What else you got for me?
Well, yeah. Well, that was it, right? Yep. All right. Bye.
All right. See you Friday.
So as we close out here, I got what is your favorite thing about doing the car show, and what's your least favorite?
Well, my favorite thing about for doing the car show is all the friends that I have met, and just when we go to all these other car shows and promoting our car show, and I have met so many people that, I mean, we go all over the place. We're in Texas, we're in Georgia, we're in Alabama, we're everywhere promoting our show. And then one of the best feelings is when you go to their show and then you have your show and
Mhm.
then they come out and support you for your show. And that is probably one of the best feelings. And I mean, it's like, you know, the DJ Mays just popped up there a couple times. He does a show, and
Mhm.
just,
Oh,
you know,
wow.
being able to bounce ideas off of him and being able to talk to him about some different things, and because he knows what you go through putting on a show. So it's just definitely the friendships that you have made. And you know, I had a really good buddy of mine. He's no longer with us now. Actually, that's, you know, put on Scraping the Coast, and
Mhm.
he was pretty much one of the guys that really helped me. And his name was Greg Miller, and
Yeah.
you know, he helped me a lot there at the beginning, and he always was available to answer any of my questions or anything. And but like I said, the friendships is definitely, you know, going to these other car shows, and we call it our extended family, our car show family. You know, like for example, you know, some of the people that come and help us with our car show, the Boons, for example. You know, I don't get to see them much, but when I do
Mhm.
see them, I see them at car shows.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, it doesn't skip a beat. They're some of the nicest people you'll ever meet, and always look forward to seeing those guys every time we go to a car show, because they're usually always at the car shows that we go to.
That's something I've noticed about the car community. I've been part of many different communities out there of different things and all that. And there's nothing as tight knit as the car community.
And you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Because I mean, we help each other, we take care of each other, and we're there for each other. And like I said, we support each other. You know, with everybody that has has a show, and we're there and we support everybody. And that's what you're supposed to do. It's a brotherhood. You know, we call it a mini truck hood. And we take care of each other, it's a tight knit group of people, and we definitely take really good care of each other. And you asked me about something I don't like. Honestly, there's nothing. The dumb questions, I guess. I mean, it's the people that ask the same stupid question over and over again, and you know, expecting a different answer. And
Especially if the answer's on your website.
well, I mean, all the information's there, but we all know nobody reads. You know, so that's you know, that's no big deal. But you know, just, you know, like we tell everybody all the time, you know, one of the things that we put out, and one of the first rules is always, when, you know, our partners got together and we talked about this, was we want people to come, have a good attitude and have a good time. And you know, that's what we ask. And we try to have a, you know, good, friendly family atmosphere, and with our staff. And I guess this guy knows you pretty damn well, because man, he keeps commenting.
Yep. Yeah. He's the one that runs the meter for the audio, car audio.
Oh, okay.
Here locally.
Oh, okay. Locally. Gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah, he does for Hinesville, Savannah, all of that. You know, he runs it for the exhaust and for the car audio.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. But yeah, at the end of the day, there's not really much I don't like about it. I mean, I love doing the car shows. I love being able to get out and meet people, and see all the family, you know, like I said, the extended family, going to all the other car shows and going out and showing support to all my other brothers and sisters that put on car shows. And it's been something that me and my wife have been doing for a long time. We do it together. We both enjoy it.
That's awesome.
And it's something that, you know, we love getting in our mini truck and cruising around. We're in a car club, Aftermath, and we've been with those guys for quite a while now, and love it when we got guys from all over the United States that we all get together and come to a show, and it's like, you know, we don't skip a beat. You know, we have a good time, and we hang out, and we're going to have quite a few. We're probably going to have about 40 of them at our show this weekend. And it's going to be a good time, man. We got a lot of support from a lot of people, and, you know, club wise, you know, just business wise, you know, our sponsors, you know, we've got guys like Stingray Chevrolet, for example, out of Plant City, Florida. They've been with us since day one. And, you know, they're there every single year. AccuWare Air Systems, Rogue Car Audio. Those guys have been with us since day one. So, you know, Big Jeff, Car Audio is come on as a presenting sponsor this year. It's his first year. But, you know, TTP has been with us, you know, since the beginning. He's always supported us. Lowrider Depot has always been there with us. And this is going to be their first time they're coming all the way from Massachusetts.
Oh,
So
wow.
they're coming down and they're setting up a booth at the show. So I mean, we got some, Hot Rides Mag. I'm sure you've probably seen those guys at
Yeah.
Slamfest when you were there. Those guys have been with us since day one as well. Atlantic City Truck Meet. They are our pre-party sponsor, cornhole tournament sponsor. He's coming all the way from New Jersey. So I mean, we got some good group of people that, good friends that, like I said, we support each other, and so they're coming out, and we're looking to have a really good time. Real quick, schedule wise, this Friday is we're gonna open the gates at 10 a.m. Friday is more of the setup day. We try to give everybody a day to come in for all the vendors, get everybody come in, set up. If you can, come in, get your armbands, get your window stickers. We have our different parking sections. We got the red section, we got the purple section. Everybody wants to be over in the red section. So what we did this year is we bumped up the price a little bit. Hey, you want to park there? And if you don't, that's okay. You can go park in the purple section. And we gave them choices. We actually, and I'll tell you now, when we open pre-registration, we make it even cheaper. So then the day of, the price goes up. So try to get that money early so we can get that venue paid for. And but yeah, so come out. You can get your club. You can save your club spots. We have certain clubs that have been with us since day one, and they, hey, Mike, we want our same spot. They pre-register all their vehicles. They fill up that spot. We give them that same spot. So like I said, we got some really good people that come out, support us and take good care of us. And so we can keep doing this thing year after year. This is going to be year 3 for Eastbound Getdown. And we're definitely looking to this to be the biggest year yet, and just keep on growing. We tell them all the time, keep growing and going, baby.
So what made you pick Daytona?
It's the location. It really is. It's the spot. It's the venue. They're at Destination Daytona. It's right, like I was telling you earlier, it's right off of 95. It's one of our favorite shows. Us and our partner that we go to Orange Beach, Alabama. We go to OBI every year. And we love the fact that you can go there. The show is right there on property. The hotel is right there. The restaurants are all right there. Everything. So when we get there on Thursday, we don't leave till Monday. And Shane, thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. We'll see you this weekend. Shane's been there since day one as well. And so we wanted to try to create our own show that was like that. Look at that. No rain or cold this year. Hey guys, that's the other thing. Okay, actually, you know what? There is
Friday's not looking good, but Saturday's looking good.
Here's the one thing that I can tell you right now. The one thing I don't like is the fact that people complain about it. It's too hot. It's too cold. It's rainy. It's this. The one thing we can control. This is the one thing I don't like. We can't control the weather. I wish I can control the weather, because if I can control the weather, it'd be a high of 72 and sunny all weekend long. All weekend long. And unfortunately, that's one thing we can't control. We can do all preparing all year long. And hey, whatever he gives us is what we have to take. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and I
right
think I went off
now the weather's looking bad for Friday, but good for Saturday. Now, chilly, but not rain right now.
Here's the deal. And I don't know if you've lived in Florida. I don't know if you've been in Florida very long.
I've been in Florida much. I know that there could be nothing out there. And it's funny. I remember we were in Jacksonville, and we visit Jacksonville a lot because only 2 hours from our house.
Okay.
And one year it was 4th of July. We was at one of the outdoor concerts, and we're at the river. And I remember we looking across the river, and you see it pouring. And we're like, look, it's raining over there, pouring. And we didn't think nothing of it. And we're like, oh, it's getting closer. And so we thought this little tree, like, well, this is too far to walk to the bridge. So we got under this tree that we thought was big enough to where maybe to block some of it. Because we know that Jacksonville, when it rains, it's out of there in 5 minutes. So it's like, and it just dropped. I mean, we were soaked. We still had to walk over to the bridge. And then when it was done, again, 5-10 minutes, it was over and clear skies. And that's something we learned about Florida is it may rain, but unless it's a front, it's normally in and out.
And that's another good thing is here at Eastbound and at the venue, we have a big pavilion. We have a big pavilion area, and it's all covered. You can go hide up underneath the pavilion. That's also where our VIP area is going to be, and that's where the VIP cars and so on and so forth. And we also have, like I said earlier, the restaurants are right there on property. We have the shops right there on property. We have big old the Daytona dealership right there on property. You can go inside there, go buy you a new Harley Davidson.
There's a lot of places.
Yes, you got plenty of hiding places. If you're staying on property, you can go in your hotel room. You got the 2 different restaurants. You got Colt's Pig Stand, barbecue, really good barbecue. You got Hooligans restaurants, a sports bar and grill right there on property. You got the bar and grill that's right there. So you got tons of places you can go to. We're going to have food vendors there as well. We're going to have the audio section. We're going to have mini trucks, low riders, big truck, lifted trucks. We're going to have it all there, guys. So just come out. And that's the other thing. These guys at our show, man, they come out. They don't give a crap about the rain. That is not going to stop them. They're going to be there, and they're going to support. They're going to come out, show off those vehicles, and have a damn good time. So it's going to be a good time. And like I said, another thing that sets that we try to do is, with our staff, we always talk about, just put a smile on your face and just thank everybody for coming out and supporting the show and being there, because we love putting on the show, and we appreciate everybody coming out and supporting it.
Exactly. Like he said.
Oh yeah, that's my boy Robert. He's been there since day one as well. So
now, anybody that's watching, please share this with the people you know. We would want to get this thing out of there, and we will be there. But as we close out, any final words?
Man, I think I've said enough. I bet you probably didn't think I was gonna be able to talk as much as I do, but man, Mailman Mike, Miggity Mike, I got all kinds. I got the mayor. They call me all kinds of different things, but man, like I told you before, I definitely appreciate you reaching out, and I look forward to meeting you and your wife and your son. And this weekend, we've
got a 4-year-old daughter too.
Oh, I'm sorry, I can't forget about the 4-year-old daughter, because I only got one, so I was cutting it off there. She didn't get on here and ask me a question, so I didn't know anything about her. There's my boy Dom too. He's coming out. He always comes out with his dad. He comes from St. Louis, and man, he's a good kid. And but no, we just look forward to seeing everybody. If you can get there Friday, get those armbands, get those window stickers. We still got spots, so guys, don't worry. Come on out and just support the vendors, support the food vendors, to support everybody and guys, go and follow everybody that comes out and help and supports the custom ride. Go out and support the custom ride. My boy DJ Mays has been on here quite a few times making comments. Go support everything that DJ Mays does, and but just support those that support us and help make this thing possible. And we appreciate you guys having me on here tonight, so I can talk y'all's ear off. And we look forward to seeing you guys this weekend, and y'all have a safe trip, and welcome to Florida, man.
Sounds good. And stay on as I close this out. But everybody, like I said, like, share, comment, whatever. We look forward to seeing all y'all there. We're going to be there. So see y'all then.